The most common challenge that I hear today around AI is the fear of security. I also heard this in 1999 with Y2K, and then again 2009, 2010 when we talked about the cloud. The truth is that in many cases, when we dig deeper, the security concerns, which are real and valid, all have answers, or most have answers. What we have to be very careful is that we don't use security as an excuse not to look any further and pretend that we're somehow safe just by ignoring what's actually happening.
While we have a responsibility to our shareholders, it's imperative that we're not being short-sighted on the decisions that are being made today. We have to factor in 12 months from now, 18 months from now, 3 years from now, what the implication of those decisions made today will bear on our organization on a go-forward basis. Another consideration is with regards to talent and redefining the definition of higher valued work and ensuring that we have a resource pool that is skilled and prepared for entering the job market at a higher level of expectation. One pertains to employees' capacity to learn and their interest to learn. So whether you are new to role, new to career, or long tenured and seasoned, you need to embrace the fact that this change is happening, the train is in motion, and you need to understand the difference between being replaceable versus renewable and investing yourself in that change cycle. Two, from a leadership perspective, we have to have leaders who understand the need to drive business results and not just manage resources. And ultimately, third, this is a cultural shift. Organizations that you may have known for tens of years, this type of pace, this type of demand, especially in a global battle over talent, is going to become increasingly important.
There's no simple answer to how collaboration is changing with AI today. It is changing how we collaborate in as many ways as there are people. We still have many people today who are in denial or maybe just not aware or overwhelmed of where it goes. But I think it's really important to note that there are others right now getting real value. And this is like the early days of the internet and the Jeff Bezos who we didn't know and the technology people who are now common names are really finding new ways to work and challenging the rest of us to find the same. Effective AI to me is like a superhero suit, an Iron Man or an Iron Woman or an Iron They suit. It is not a replacement of a human being. You know, if you look back at the superhero story of Iron Man, the inventor built not a robot that replaced him, but rather he built an outfit that augmented him and was better with him inside it, and he was better wearing it. And when I look at human-centered AI and I look at the future of AI, it's much the same that I see for us, is how do we put ourselves not only in the loop, but in the center of the solution with the technology.
The fact that agnostic to industry, we are having a significant shared experience with technology, and we're all learning as we go. We're learning at a much faster rate, and this gives us an opportunity to say, hey, this is what I've been experiencing. These are the things that I'm using. Am I using them at the right capacity? Where are the opportunities? And we have a responsibility to our client base to take the best, tear pages from each of our books and take the best to inform the decisions that we make today and what they will mean for a faster approaching tomorrow.
One of the biggest keys in helping people adapt any new technology is just like any change management project. What is in it for them? If you are really hopeful to transform how your teams use AI, if you really want them to experiment and learn it and really profit from it in emotional, spiritual, every way that they can and make their work more fulfilling, then we have to make sure that we know what's in it for them. Have we explained to them why we're doing this and that this is or isn't a threat to their job? Because otherwise, are we just asking them to do work that might just be a threat to themselves?
I started my career in an outbound contact center in Scarborough at the Sears warehouse at Warden and Eglinton, the best education I've ever gotten. And I think it's important that we share the dynamic of those discussions and how far we've come with AI, even though we didn't necessarily call it that back then, and how we plan on taking it into the future. The calculator, email, and now this monstrous thing, AI, that could be many things to many people.
Somebody once told me when I was really uncomfortable about AI is that it's going to happen. Conversations like this give us a chance to really put our fingerprints on the future of how these tools will be used and how they will shape our companies, our organizations, and our people's experience with them.